What's up, guys? Studfit here, joined by some of my best friends here in the Mario Kart Tour community. We're going to be doing the Best of Mario Kart Tour, our second annual this year for 2022. Welcome to, first off, my co-host on the rundown. Welcome, Antilev. How are you doing, man?
I'm all right, thanks.
And in case you lived under a rock, I'm also joined by Carlos85 and Kartlife, aka Sammy D, who both have been doing their YouTube channels much longer than I have, and some pillars in the Mario Kart Tour community. Welcome, guys. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hi, thanks for having us here.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. I know we looked back at last year, and I have actually included some of the winners from last year just to kind of reminisce, but having done this a second time, what do you remember about last year? What were some things that stuck out from our time together?
I'll kick it off. I'm a big awards junkie. Like I'm obsessed with the Oscars and like predicting awards. So I got some predictions for tonight, and I got some reflections on last year. This year was so insane with all the changes to the game, all the tracks, that it's almost impossible to compare to last year. Because I remember last year, if I'm not mistaken, the driver and kart of the year were Black Birdo and the Black Turbo Birdo, and that was solely because they had those crazy ranked runs, and they were minus skill, small hitbox drivers and karts. That is absolutely not going to happen this year, because last year we were all like, who's going to be the next Black Birdo? And it ended up being completely a non-issue because we had plus skill after plus skill after plus skill and new track after new track. So I think for such an amazing year of new tracks and new plus skill drivers, I've got a prediction here I'm going to start out with.
Ooh.
I think that the New Year's Tour, if we're counting the New Year's Tour with 3DS, Bowser's Castle, and Meowser, is going to dominate the list with Meowser as driver of the year, Bowser's Castle as track of the year. That's my prediction.
Tiger Bruiser card of the year for sure.
That's your card of the year.
I totally agree with Bowser's Castle. I thought about that today, actually.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, is I think that it's also a little bit, it's like on some Oscar seasons, you have a movie you just know is going to win. I think like Yellow Off-Roader and Wonderful Wings are coming into this just like poised to just take those kart and gliders of the year. If there's a big surprise, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong, but I'm going to say Meowser, Yellow Off-Roader, and Wonderful Wings are just taking the big three.
Yeah, that's not a risky prediction, I would say. It's in comparison to previous years. I think maybe the tour of the year, people's favorite. Like I think last year, I think for a lot of people, and maybe this is in general, the Ninja Tour is kind of the high watermark of the game. I'm not saying that the game is worse then, but it was a point where people were really blown away by it, and it was really clearly the best moment of the game last year. And I think this year it's not so clear cut for tours, but for items, I mean, I think you've got like one in each category, which has pretty clearly been the best in 2022.
Yeah, no, agreed. Ninja Tour definitely walked away with a lot of prizes last year, and certainly Black Birdo and Black Turbo Birdo were some surprises. In fact, even me looking back at it today, I was a little embarrassed. I was like, man, how did this? And then you made a good point, Sammy. Like it just was just a monster in rank, just back to back.
People
to
just
back.
went with the meta. They went full. Your viewers and the voters went full meta with those votes. Now, this year, it's not as clear. I mean, if you go meta, then yeah, Meowser, Yellow Off-Roader, Wonderful Wings. Those are also fan favorites.
It's
so
true.
like last year, the Black Birdo was not a fan favorite kart. It was just the meta kart.
Yeah.
So the meta won over any favorite karts. This year, it's more of a nice blend where the fan favorites were meta, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, and then plus skills we've been bombarded with all year. So it'll be interesting to see which top skills, as compared to none of them, and now inserted Birdo Black. But let's talk a little bit about the differences between last year and this year. Obviously, last year, first time doing an award ceremony, I had no idea what I was doing, and so we had a couple other things that I think we had new driver that hasn't been released yet, and some other caveats that I took out. So I think this was just a lot better, a lot more focused. However, I did get a lot of feedback. We posted this in our server. I know a number of Sammy D, you posted in your server. Carlos, you probably posted in yours, but I know other people posted around it. We got 586 total votes, which last year's around 700. So similar number there. We posted to Reddit. We posted everywhere we possibly could. We got a variety of people's feedback. I even got some feedback I learned about 2 or 3 new trackers I wasn't aware of, a couple other moments in the community that I was not aware of because I'm not in Reddit as often. So anyway, long story short, we have 30 questions we'll be covering today. So a lot of new categories included. One thing I will ask, just Sammy D and Antilev, if you could turn up your volume a little bit. Carlos is good, and I'm probably extremely loud, but I want to make sure we hear you guys. All right, cool. So that's the big differences this tour this year here for the best of Mario Kart Tour. I'm excited. Let's get into it. We'll first start out with our very first category, and we got the study here in the envelope as well. We got Best New Lucky 7 Driver of 2022. What do you guys think the viewers voted on?
It's gonna be Chuck, right? Ooh. Chuck beats all the me's.
I think they'll say Silver Meme. So we're predicting what the voters voted for, not.
I'm biased. I go with the King. I go with the King Boo Racing.
Wow.
I'm biased.
I would vote for King Boo just because I think it's like. I think the King Boo racing suit was really the suit which kind of heralded the arrival of the Mii meta. We had the silver, gold, bronze suits, and they were all kind of like a cut above the other, suits. But the King Boo Mii racing suit was the first kind of like regular suit, which saw a lot of like heavy use, and people really started. Maybe this is just my personal bias, but it was kind of the first suit which people started really investing into winning ranked and seeing how strong the base points were, aside from like the gold, silver, bronze, which were kind of like they have like more normal coverage, right? So that would be my vote, just because this has been the year of Mii's, and I think it's been a kind of like talisman of the Mii suits.
Yeah, make a good point. At the same time, I've heard some people talk about Chuck as driver of the year. Some people have said, and he's also, again, in such a crazy year where we had an embarrassment of riches, he was an original character. So let's not overlook that. He was a brand new character to the game. But yeah, you could be onto something there. What do you think, Carlos? You say you're predicting silver?
No, I did predict King Boo Racing Suit.
King Boo as well.
That's also the one I did it with myself. And actually, I didn't use any of the others. Sometimes it's the Mewtwo. So it will be probably the Silver Mewtwo, what the community says, but my favorite would be the King.
Yeah, I'm with Carlos, exactly the same as Carlos.
This will reveal if there's a whale voting block, if it's the King Boo Racing Suit. It's a little bit of a whale move, you have to.
So some of these categories are a little bit more ambiguous. This one being one of them. Best could mean anything, and each one of these items on this list could be voted for in a vacuum based on how people view the metallic Mii's, people how they view Mii's in general, or the general community. So without further ado, and by the way, last year's winner was Luigi Painter, which was looking back at the video, it was quite a surprise to all of us. So we'll see if we get a second surprise here, and the winner is Charging Chuck.
Called it. I'm 1 for 1 on my predictions. Don't ever question Nostragamji. Let's go.
Mr. Award Ceremony.
Yes. Nostragamji was my college nickname because I'm Sam, and it's Samwise Gamgee and Nostradamus. I like it. Because I'm so good at predicting, I was known as Nostragamji. Boom.
There you go. Well, let's look at the votes to see if it was close like it was in our conversation here. And it wasn't. It was a landslide.
Wow.
Yeah, over 60% of people voted for Charging.
I love the data.
I gotta check my level now. I think mine is still level 1. I don't know.
What?
Antilev might know better what my level is.
I can look. I didn't even have Charging Chuck until like a couple of months ago. I got him from a random like all clear pipe or something like that.
Wow. Well, I do think a lot of people have been using him. He pairs really well with a lot of items. I do think though, just the frequency and the accessibility probably catapulted that to a lot of people's top account. And there was a while there where he was really strong in ranked.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, well, it came at a time, not to go on and on about each category, but it came at a time too when resources were still pretty tight for people, because this was before level 8 when they gave everyone a bunch of tickets and everything, right? It was like right before that, and people just invested in Meowser, also taking them to level 7. So, but this goes to show the power of just like the fandom for like original characters, I think.
Yeah, I think so. In fact, when we were looking at Gamechangers last year, I think one question that was posed, or one nomination was from Hero, who said, I think by seeing Kamek, we felt like we were going to get a lot of original characters this year. And we had quite a discussion about it, and it was right. I mean, I think we weren't sure if it was going to happen, but we've had a lot of original characters this year, and Charging Chuck obviously being one of the first ones in the calendar. Now, that question was so great, and this year we've had so many Boomerang drivers. I had to include a new award for Best Boomerang Driver of 2022. Luigi Vacation, Mario Samurai, Rosalina Volendam, Luigi Knight, Petey Piranha, Petey Piranha Mii-Suit, and Bronze Mii-Suit. What do you guys think for this brand new category, the ambiguous category, Best New Boomerang Driver of 2022?
Let me start this time. So I go with Petey Piranha because that's actually the only one I invited into it. That's my own opinion. I think it will go to Rosalina Volendam. I think she has the most skill, but Petey is also crazy. The others, nah. I go with Petey. I think he has also pretty much the same tracks as Rosalina. So yeah, that's my choice.
All right, we heard from Carlos. What about you, Kart Life?
Yeah, this is tough. There's fandom for Luigi Vacation. He came at a hype moment right after Meowser. Mario Samurai, even though he had a bad start, he's still like, everyone loved his design, so there's a lot of love for him. Luigi Knight too, for that matter. So it is between Petey and Volendam, and I gotta say, I think Volendam's like a sleeper threat for Driver of the Year as well. I'm going Volendam.
All right, Volendam. What about you, Antilev?
I mean, I'm obviously biased here. I can't give a sort of, objective assessment, but has to be Rosalina Volendam. I mean, she's been so useful. Her and Pink Ninja Shy Guy have basically been carrying my main account all year. It seems like she's in ranked every week. It's crazy. And I think, we focus a lot on ACR value, how many tracks does something have, but a lot of players don't even look at that. They're just like, who's in my ranked, who's helping me win ranked, and she's been there a lot this year. And Petey Piranha, I think he's actually, at this moment, I think he's better than Rosalina Volendam. Yeah. But he's only come on strong pretty recently, and she's kind of been there almost the whole year. So my vote is for her as well.
This is going to be close. I think
it'll be those two as 1 and 2, though.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's interesting is our algorithm is trying to predict the future and what great future events or the current right now. So it's interesting to look back. We're talking about all the last 12 months here, and so it's much more encapsulating of that whole year. And sometimes the viewers aren't even thinking about that. There is some recency bias. So let's see what the viewers decided. We have Petey Piranha. But you guys were right. It was Petey Piranha and Volendam.
Not as close to
Luigi, okay.
So over 40% for Petey and about 30% or so for Volendam.
Luigi Vacation with a decent showing.
He did.
Yeah, he was really popular in the beginning in the first part of the year.
He's cool. He's cool as hell.
But he definitely died off for the last 4 or 5 months. That is for sure. I know I invested.
It's crazy. Both original characters back to back here.
Yep, exactly. Let's get into You're the Banana, best new driver to join the Banana Republic. These are the drivers with either triple bananas or giant bananas this year. Who would be the top one? We got 2 giant bananas at the top, White Tanuki Mario and Shy Guy Ninja Pink with Luigi Chef, Rosalina Chef, who is also giant banana, DK Mii Racing Suit, giant banana, but a Mii suit, Pastry Mii Racing Suit, and Yellow Mii Racing Suit. So what do you guys think? Are the Mii's going to take over at some point, or who's going to win this category? Why don't we start with Antilev?
I think it has to be kind of for the same reasons I said it would be Volendam. It's going to be Pink Shy Guy Ninja, just because he was really the first giant banana high-end driver that we had since Mario Sunshine, right? Again, this is another one where I'm biased because I wasn't playing. It was the first tour I came back after a gap of 5 months when Mario Sunshine came out, so I didn't get him. I got him much later. By the time I got him, he wasn't that good, so I never got to use him. So Pink, when we finally got another high-end giant banana driver, I was like, you know what? I'm going to throw all the analysis, all the data out the window, and I'm just going to level him up because I want to play with giant bananas. You know, like I don't care if he's good or not. If I put tickets in him now, I'm going to have to use him. And it turned out to be like a really great gamble because he's been amazing. You know, not for ACR values, but like whatever, but like for ranked usage, he's been, you know, he's always been there. So for me, that's my vote.
Sammy, Carlos, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think he's definitely going to take this one in a landslide. I missed out on Pinja. It's the one big driver I didn't go in on from the beginning just because things were so tight at the time. He didn't have a ton of tracks to start from me, and I was waiting, and it never happened. It's just one of those things. But he's probably one of the biggest fan favorites, I think, of the entire year, so it's going to be a landslide for Pinja.
No, I do agree. I go also with Shy Guy Ninja. He's just insane. I feel like he gets buffs every tour, and he's very often rank up. Second place probably White Tanuki Mario, and actually Mario. The DK Me Racing suit is actually also wide usable here and there. So I think those might be the top three, but there's probably no way around Shy Guy Ninja.
Yeah, Rosalina Chef might be up there with some votes as well. I know a lot of people loved her, so we'll see.
Well, this is the first time you guys have all agreed, so let's see if you guys were all right or if we all gaffed. And it is Shy Guy Ninja Pink.
Boom.
Let's see how close it is. It's actually much closer than you think with
my boy showing up.
And Rosalina third, okay. Oh, wow, that's close.
See, White Tanuki is kind of my redemption for not having Ninja. I'm one of the only people who loves White Tanuki. Like, everyone was making fun of that reskin. I actually really loved how he looked.
Oh, he's great. I think
he's killing it.
Making fun of him didn't play 3D,
exactly.
Mario 3D World, right? Because it's an actual costume.
Yeah, well, that's cool.
Any other surprises? No, it looks like the Miis have not been very well represented in some of our top skill drivers.
I think it just goes to show, when I said it's a whale thing, what I mean is there's not a lot of players who have the resources on hand to be able to really benefit from seeing what comes of those Mii investments. I mean, you have to have a lot of tickets to be able to like invest in the Pastry Chef Mii racing suit, or even the yellow one, which I like how that one looks. I mean, DK was one of the first ones that came out, so that one did get some people throwing tickets on it, just because it was in that first wave. But it's just hard for any of those to gain a lot of traction. Now we'll see when it comes to the gold and blockhead how those fare in the driver of the year. But
all right, I like it. Well, let's move to female, which this was a category that we had last year. The 2021 winner was Pinkle Peach. There was this was a little bit more controversial though, because I think some people didn't feel like I should have had her on there as not really a 2021 driver, but that's beside the point. We learned from that. So we have best female driver of 2022 with just drivers that were released here this year. I think Kat Rosalina obviously at the very beginning, and then getting a lot of drivers throughout the year. Some top skills, some not ones. But Daisy Tydress, Rosalina Volendam, Dr. Peach, Rosalina Chef, White Birdo, Daisy Sailor, Toadette Sailor, Peach Yukata, Kat Rosalina, and Daisy Farmer. What are your thoughts? We'll start with you, Carlos.
I found that actually pretty hard because I didn't really remember that I did use a lot of female characters, like the new female characters this year. I guess it will be Rosalina, one of them, or Daisy Tydress. Actually, I was never a fan of Daisy Tydress, but I think she is quite good. She has a lot of unique tracks, and as coin boxer, she might be in favor. If I could choose, I would go actually with Kat Rosalina, because I like design-wise, I just like her. She has a good value.
Cat Daisy,
I was going to say, where's Cat Daisy?
Cat Daisy.
Wait, did I say Daisy?
You did your research, Carlos. You're prepared. We're impressed.
Last year, you were referring to her as Cat Daisy, yeah.
Wait, did I say Daisy? No,
no, he didn't say it. No.
We're just teasing.
Because I read it. So that's actually fake news. Kat Rosalina's not in the game, so it can't just be Rosalina Volendam or Tydress. Who put that in? Yeah. Kat Rosalina's that is maybe 2023 driver.
There you go.
Daisy Rosalina. I don't know what to say.
We need more cat tours. That's what the people are requesting. Sammy D, what's your thoughts, man?
Yeah, it's too bad because we did have a lot of actually non-plus skill drivers this year. Now that you look back on it, And they were cool alts. I mean, they were all very creative alts. You know, Daisy Farmer. Daisy got some cool alts. Dr. Peach was actually pretty meta, turned out. And there's some Birdo fans out there as well. Even Rosalina got a giant banana, and it's like not even the top story. But yeah, I think it's between Tydress and Volendam. Maybe this is where Volendam takes it. Although right now Tydress is number one in the algorithm, and the Antilev top 10. But yeah, I think this is where Volendam has a win. Maybe she didn't get the Boomerang win, but she'll get it here, I think.
Okay, little redemption category.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's going to be a Volendam. Like my personal vote at this point would be Daisy Tydress. Just because, I think she's one of the most, valuable drivers at the moment. But the thing is, her value at this point is carried mostly by her ACR value, her exclusive coin box track. She doesn't actually get in ranked all that much. So for people who focus on ranked only and not ACR, like she's not even like that incredibly useful, or just her long-term all-around values, like just really good at her coverage or unique tracks. We talked about this, so I think it'll be a Volendam. The interesting thing is, if we didn't have such a flood of like plus skill drivers this year, Dr. Peach would probably win this and be in competition for the driver of the year, just because she has. If you look at her tracks, she has incredible tracks. But because we have so many plus skill drivers this year, like she just gets buried. I mean, she's kind of in the space now where Rosalina was kind of around this time last year, or Blackbird was last year. She was a non-plus skill driver with amazing coverage. But I mean, we're in a different world now.
And it's weird because it's Peach, right? So some things remind me of like Wedding Peach or like Peach Explorer, where she just had awesome coverage, and then all of a sudden she just fell off a cliff because her coverage just all of a sudden were taken off by these plus skills. So yeah, you're right. She does have this coverage. I think if you took Dr. Peach, picked her up, put her into last year, she would have been probably the number one driver in the game. I 100% agree with you, but we've just had so many top skills. We've had a lot of drivers in general, too. When you think about it, like, we had Dr. Peach and Dr. Bowser come out at the same time. We had Daisy Sailor and Toadette Sailor come out in the same tour. That was in addition to having, like, 2 new tracks a tour. We've just had so many new things coming throughout every single tour that it's just hard to keep up. Yep. So we have, I think most people voted for Rosalie and Volendam, with Daisy Tydress being also selected. And the winner is, this first study of female driver of 2022 goes to Daisy Tydress. Tie guy.
Oh, wow. Volendam getting shut out of this thing.
So it was actually a pretty substantial win.
Not even close.
Over
People
50%.
Love the coin box.
They do, man. The boombox grind is not, boombox not favorable this year for a lot of plate people, man. Don't have time for that.
I think it's very telling just that I think we're a little burnt out on the boombox this year. For what it's worth. All right, let's get to Best Costume Design of 2022. The winner last year was Shy Guy Ninja. This year we have Mario Samurai, Mario King, Luigi Knight, Daisy Tydress, Peach Yukata, Rosalina Volendam, Luigi Vacation, Larry Wintertime, Shy Guy Ninja Pink, and Meowser.
Man, my instinct is Mario Samurai. That's my gut, just because, especially because he didn't end up being that great of a driver as much as we hoped. Everyone loved the design. Like everyone always said that when it came out, that at least they loved the design. But so that's where I'm leaning my instinct. But this is really hard. Watch out for Luigi Vacation. That's all I'm going to say. Watch out for Luigi Vacation.
Okay. How is Blockhead not on this list? He's got the coolest costume. He's the Riddler with like a box head.
We actually have a separate category for the Mies.
Okay. So I guess this doesn't include Mies then. I think Luigi Knight is by far the coolest.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, I love medieval stuff, so like.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah. I think King will take it.
You think King will take it?
Yeah.
I mean, King's great. It's just he's so tainted. He's so tainted by that hype.
I mean, the costumes are all cool, but actually, when I saw Meowser the first time, and actually in Mario Kart Tour I saw him the first time, I fell in love into that design.
Yeah.
So on that list, I go with Meowser. but I would have chosen probably Gold PD actually, but he's on the list. So Gold, Meowser, yeah. Not Gold Meowser, that would have been a spoiler now. No, Meowser.
Wow, so we got 3 different predictions.
Yeah,
imagine we get Gold Meowser next door.
So one of the things we learned from last year that we decided to do is just keep costumes. So anything that was gold, we decided to leave off of this list.
Okay.
Maybe next year we'll do like best gold drivers of the year or something like that. So maybe a separate category. But like everyone's thinking, everyone's across the board. What do you think wins? Let's see what the study for best costume design of 2022 goes to. We actually have a tie. Mario Samurai and Daisy tie dress.
A tie? Damn, tie
dress.
again.
But Mario looks so much better. Come on.
Tie.
Who remembers that everyone said he would be a coin box driver because of
of course.
Yeah.
Like
he's got coins on his head. I said he would, yeah.
To me, it reminded me of Ninja Hideaway. So I always felt like he was going to be Boomerang. I think that was... I don't know why people thought coin box just because of the coins. I assume, but really like... There's no other place in the game where you have 2 coins like on top of each other in a row than basically the best boombox part of any track in the game, in my opinion.
You're talking about the secret room in the hideaway?
Secret room, yeah, like that is the best boombox. Is that not the best boombox spot in the whole game?
That's the best. Let's race that track, man. Give it to us. Next tour, let's go.
Any other surprises? Meowser was third for what it was worth at 14%, and Mario King at 12.
Dude. Larry coming in on the recency bias.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's so new. Or maybe he would have gotten a couple more votes when he was older.
Yeah. If we did this 2 weeks later.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, they were all good. This year had a lot of really creative alts. I mean,
yeah.
Good year.
I think this is one of my favorite questions.
Pink Ninja's dead last. That's sad. But
yeah, well, that's the thing about the ninjas.
He's just the palette swap, I guess. So.
Yeah, but well, it is interesting. Just note that a Mario alt won this or tied. It is interesting that a Mario got it because
he clearly won.
People trash on the Marios all the time.
He clearly won.
He did have the edge.
Yeah,
it was a slight edge. Yeah, less than 0.2 points. But yeah, that's a really good point. But the thing about it, the winner only had 16%, so it was pretty spread out among everybody there too. Good points there. Let's get into category number 6: most aesthetically pleasing Mii suit design. It's a brand new category. We got a lot. I'm not going to read them all, but most of these are the ones that you guys have seen over the last 6 months. There's your question mark block there. Antilev.
No, why weren't the metallics included in this one? That's my beef with this.
Well, it's for aesthetically pleasing.
Boring.
They look exactly the same, just a different color.
But the gold Mii suit was like the talk. There was like the big prize of the year, and it's not even up for. Well, it's up for driver of the year.
It's ugly.
It is. I purposely left it
uglier
off.
than a cow racing suit.
Honestly, I got.
I think that was cute. Come on.
I got lambasted on Reddit for not including reindeer Mii suit. So I didn't hear anyone fighting against having the gold or metallics on here. Really, they all look the same. So.
All right. Well, those would be my picks, but neither here nor there. I think question block will win then because I don't think any of the others really compare.
Dry Bowser suit is awesome.
I almost voted for that.
So cool.
I voted for Chain Chomp. I was between Dry Bowser and Chain Chomp just as like my personal between these.
I don't think enough people.
100%.
Yeah. I think question mark block will win. I don't think enough people have the Dry Bowser suit or have played with it enough. Like I'm kind of biased because I actually invested in Dry Bowser suit in my main account, so I'm using it like a bit more than your average person would use it, which is none. But it's really cool.
Also, it looks super unique, and you see it from like miles away.
Yes.
And the other ones, like you need to look a little bit closer what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
That was it looks cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Any surprises you think that'll be higher than others?
Ice cream suit will be up there. Ice cream suit will get some votes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, the study for most aesthetically pleasing Mii suit goes to question block Mii racing suit.
There you go.
God, it looks so awesome.
And Antilev, you're right.
Imagine not investing into that one.
Ooh. Ice cream second.
Ice cream was second, and actually it was an interesting second. It was pretty substantially well over third. Who would go to the Dry Bowser suit, and the King Boo racing suit would be technically that fourth. So you guys all nailed that. I think actually you guys probably nailed that more than the other answers combined. Well, Antilev, you mentioned the Dry Bowser, and you mentioned the ice cream suit. You must be the Mii whisperer there.
It's like a lot of Discord, you know. You get a sense of what everyone likes, you know. Everyone's talking about them all the time, and I know there's a lot of Ice Cream Mii Suit fans. People love cute stuff. I mean, there's a lot of players that just love cute, pretty stuff, and don't underestimate that.
I will say two of my favorites were like the Nabbit suit and the Cheap mask, and those were the lowest on here. So it just shows that how little I know about the Mii's when it comes.
But yeah, I still have not invested, Carlos. I still have not taken Question Block to high level. But
minus level 2.
Hey, put it in ranked cup. Make me do it.
Yeah. All right, let's get to question number 7, comeback driver of 2022. Now, this one I wanted to be much more specific because comeback could mean a variety of things to other people. So I just made the caveat that a driver that came out not this year had a great year this year, and it didn't have to go down, it didn't have to go up and then down before it came back up. Just want to make it all clear. So we have King Boo, Luigi Mansion, Donkey Kong Jr. SNES, Yoshi Kangaroo, Tanuki Rosalina, Fire Rosalina, Mario Halloween, Mario Sunshine, Daisy Holiday Cheer, Pauline Party Time, and Chef Mario. Last year, we had the DK Jr. SNES. Do you think he could win back-to-back? What do you guys think?
He never stopped.
Yeah.
He never stopped.
For me, it's definitely Holiday Cheer, Daisy. Okay. She would have been actually even the best female 2022 if she would have been a new driver, because I felt like she had so much use this year. She got quite a lot of buffs, as I remember, like pretty early in the year, but also like the whole year. So I go with Daisy Holiday Cheer.
You guys agree? What do you guys think?
That's tough because like I feel like her comeback started like late last year. I mean, a couple of these, like you said, it's tough to. We're just in such a different era now. It's like Kangaroo. Like, I mean, he never stopped being great. He had an amazing year this year and never really. So I think Kangaroo.
Don't call it a comeback.
But it's not really a comeback. Yeah, I think he'll win, but it's not really a comeback. Same with Tanuki Rosalina. You knew as soon as she started out that she'd have good value for the next year. I don't know. It's tough. I think Kangaroo will win, but it's we're just not in the same world anymore. You know.
I'm gonna go Party Time Pauline, because not that
on a slide.
She got a few tracks. She got one of those Koopa Capes. She got one Luigi Raceway. But it's not even that she was that good this year. It's just that she was basically the biggest
bottom of the barrel
in the game. Like, I mean, she was the punchline to every joke, and like she's like now an above average Coinbox driver. Like the amount she increased in value is massive this year. So she would be my vote for comeback driver of the year.
You're right. I kind of hope she gets it because she's been trashed on for so long.
Yeah,
she's just out there trying to have a good time, you know.
Sure.
She
just wants to dance.
Party.
Don't ruin the party.
Drink her champagne.
And some other stuff which I'm not gonna say because kids are gonna watch this.
Tipsy Pauline, as the Nostalgia Hunters call her.
There you go. So the study for a comeback driver of 2022 is Kangaroo Yoshi.
Yeah.
Wow.
So he won pretty handily there, close to 35%.
What the heck?
Yeah, Party Time Pauline was in second place though, with Donkey Kong Jr. SNES in third, but much smaller votage than Yoshi Kangaroo. What do you guys thoughts? Any surprises?
Yeah, I'm not.
Kangaroo won. I'm not surprised Kangaroo won, but I don't really feel like he's a valid.
He shouldn't have been. I kind of feel like he shouldn't have been included, but I'm not trying to start a controversy about
being a sore loser here.
Yeah,
you just did.
I mean, honestly, I could rename the category, but this is exactly how I wanted the category to be, and really look at something that came out well outside of the last 12 months, and look how strong of a year that they had. And whether you call it comeback or you call it like a late bloomer or something like that, it doesn't matter. I was less than, so it's a good call out. Maybe next year we'll call it late bloomer. But there we go, Yoshi Kangaroo on the board here. Let's see with you know what?
He had a great year.
I have. I'm looking at the question. I can see the answer, and I think I might have messed up in order here. I'm sorry, guys.
Do you need us to kill time?
No, it's most a driver whose alt is most desired outside of Donkey Kong Jr. So let me see if I can find the question. I don't know where that slide went. I must have pulled it into.
You're looking for the nominees of the most wanted alt?
Yeah, I can pull it up. I have it in a Word document.
Yeah, so I know you had the Koopalings in there. So this is other than a Kong, because we all know Kong would win in a landslide.
Yeah, so in this, Donkey Kong would have won this. Here we go. I just pulled it up. So Donkey Kong would have certainly won this, and instead of wasting a question, driver you would most like to see get their first themed alt. We have Lemmy, Ludwig, Wendy, Roy, Morton, Baby Luigi, Baby Daisy, Iggy, Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Nabbit, and Monty Mole.
Dixie for the memes, but otherwise I would say Ludwig. Because I love his hair. He's cool.
He does have cool hair.
Yeah, ever since Larry came out, there's a lot of talk about this Koopaling alt, people wanting more of them. I kind of hope we don't get more of all of them, because that would be like 8 more drivers that are just kind of, I don't know, they're fine, but I think Ludwig is the one I hear a lot of people talk about, and Morton. But I'm just gonna go like logic that if Donkey Kong is out, then I think Diddy Kong gets the win, because I think a lot of people would like that too. So I'll just predict Diddy.
I kind of would like to see Nabbit get an alt. To be honest, yeah, I think a Nabbit alt would be really cool.
But isn't Nabbit an alt?
No, he's
why? If Bob
he's
an alt. So
wait, how is Nabbit an alt?
People,
maybe we should keep that for another video.
Is this like this Die Hard Christmas movie? Is there like a debate that we don't know about?
There is a theory that Nabbit is Bowser Jr. in God.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've heard that. But okay. Wait, where's Bowser Jr. in this? Oh wait,
it's all.
This is someone who has an alt. Yeah, I got it.
So technically,
I can understand why you might forget it.
Yeah.
So technically, Charging Chuck and PD Piranha could have been on this list too.
And Kamek. Where's my boy, man? No love.
Yeah. So I originally was just focusing on Koopalings, and then I started adding Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. Then I said, yeah, what the heck? We'll throw in Nabbit in there. We'll mix up Monty Mole, and so and then I just kind of stopped there. So my apologies to the
good
fans. All right, so the answer, actually, most people agree with Antilev and believed that that Nabbit should have deserved their alt.
Okay. All right.
In fact, it was though close with Diddy Kong. So we had a lot of Diddy Kong fans come in here, and had we removed Dixie Kong, probably maybe Diddy Kong would have won. But what are you guys' thoughts?
Vote splitting.
Oh, Morton won the Koopaling block.
Interesting. Well,
yeah,
I didn't expect Diddy Kong.
And that's I don't want, like, if we have like a farming tour, I don't want like Nabbit Farmer. Like that doesn't move the needle for me. I want a Kong alt. Let's go.
All right, hey, that's fair enough. Question number 9, best new super driver of the year: Blue Shy Guy, Light Blue Shy Guy, Purple Koopa Free Running, Orange Yoshi, Red Toad, Pit Crew. So this was actually a request from during our nomination process. I asked the Stud Fam what new categories we'd like to add, and someone recommended this. So I thought it was a great idea. And then I looked at these and I was like, I don't even know which ones.
No, I was like, who are these guys?
Talking about supers?
I was about to say, I'm out. I don't know.
The whale, I'm out.
Okay, well, I can take this one. I'm going to go Orange Yoshi, because I actually used Orange Yoshi in my last top 10 run.
Wow.
I had one track where I didn't.
Yeah.
I just crap. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do a level 8 Orange Yoshi. And it's Yoshi. He's cool. So I have to go for Orange Yoshi.
I got to represent the pit crew and go,
there you go.
red PCT here. We'll see if he pulls it out for the pit crew.
I go with Blue Shy Guy.
Blue Shy Guy. All right, the answer for the study of best new super is Orange Yoshi.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
nice.
Kind of close though, for what it's worth. But again, we only had 5 options, 5 answers.
I think people were as confused by this category as we were.
Supers? Yeah, let's go ahead and move on. Best overall driver of 2022. This is what you came for, guys. Best overall driver of 2022. We got Meowser, Gold Me Racing Suit, PD Piranha, Yoshi Kangaroo, Charging Chuck Gold, Question Block, Me Racing Suit, Rosalie and Volendam, Mario Samurai, Yoshi Gold Egg, and Daisy Tie Dress. Last year's winner, as we talked about earlier, was Birdo Black. So we've already seen, a couple people that won some previous categories on this list. Daisy's won one, PD Piranha's won a category, Yoshi Kangaroo's won a category, Question Block's even won a category. Who do you think is our overall driver of the year?
So this is where the battle between the gold suit and the question block suit really gets put to the test. But they could cancel each other out because of Meowser. And we all can agree Meowser was absolute beast, right from January 1st until now. So you heard my prediction already, Meowser. But now I'm scared about Daisy Tidress. Jeez.
Yep.
It's Meowser. It's not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been... Okay, first of all, with the Mii suits, you have to remember, like, how many people out of the 500, 600 people who answered the survey even have the gold Mii suit? I mean, like, a lot of people...
Are you bullying the free-to-play players right now?
I mean, I'm a free-to-play player, but my free-to-play account, which is, like, I go pretty hard on my free-to-play account, but it's still only tier 73, you know? So, like, I don't have it, you know? So a lot of people are not going to vote for a driver which they don't even own, you know, they never get to use. And we've seen that with the underrepresentation of the Miis in the other categories. And who else has been there all year at the top and is, like, even still getting buffs like now? It doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I don't think it's going to be even close. I think he's going to win with like 60+%.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a blowout too.
Yeah, I do agree. And he looks like just the best. So I think 2 months ago, it would have been close.
Before the Bowser Tour, maybe. Before the Bowser Tour, yeah.
Like Charge and Chuck Gold is also insanely good. But me also will definitely go for that.
All right, the study for best overall driver of 2022 is, in fact, Meowser. And probably our biggest winner of...
Wow.
It is not even close.
Gold suit is second. All right, okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, gold suit is second. But man, it is a gap there. Good over 40% gap there. Crazy. All right, let's get to category number 11. Most likely to succeed driver in 2023. We have PD Piranha Gold, Mario King, Luigi Knight, Gold Mii Racing Suit, Charging Chuck Gold, White Tanuki Mario, Question Block, Mii Racing Suit, Larry Wintertime, Daisy Tidress, and Santa Mii Racing Suit. What do you guys think?
I find it pretty tough. Like, there's a lot of options. I think Tidress still can get a couple buffs. Larry, we don't know, but the thing is, he is a small driver. So I actually hope he doesn't get that many good buffs because it doesn't really make fun to go with a coin box driver which is small. PT Piranha is insane. I love him. I love his style. I love his whole designs. It makes a lot of fun to go with him. So that would be my personal choice actually. But I think the winner could be the question mark. No, it's not because that's what Antilev said who will have it. So they will probably not vote on it. Hard.
It's really hard.
I go with PD Piranha then because that's my personal choice. He might not win it from a community-wise here, but I go with him.
Yeah. I think it's going to be pretty spread out. I think PD Piranha Gold might have the slight edge, but I think a lot of them are going to get votes. I think we all want it to be Mario King. I mean, let's just all agree that I think for the good of the community, we all hope Mario King has a good next year because he has to have. Something's gotta happen, or it's just it's a travesty. So yeah, I think PD Piranha Gold will have the. I think PD will have the edge. What do you think, Antilev?
I want him to.
You've been looking. You do?
King? I mean, I told people he was bad at the start and it was a risky investment, even if you have.
Just said Sammy, he's good, right?
Well, no, but I mean, you can be right about that, but we can still hope he does well. I mean,
look, no, I do hope he does well, but I mean, on the other hand, like I don't think
he's not going to win. He's not going to win this category.
You know, I mean, like, I for the people who spent 3,000 rubies on the pipe, I hope for them he ends up.
Got him 8 times,
you know, or didn't get him at all. You know, I don't know. As this is a difficult one. I'm going to go with the most recent coin box drivers. That's not a small coin box driver. So I'm going to say PD Piranha Gold. I think the top 3 will be PD Piranha Gold, Larry Wintertime, and Gold Charge and Chuck. Yeah. I don't know in what order they're going to be, but I'm going to say PD Piranha Gold, but it could be Larry, it could be Charging Cook Gold, but I think it
could be Luigi Knight. Luigi Knight's got a shot too. He could have a big surge.
Sounds like it could be anyone on this list.
What?
It sounds like it could be anyone on this list, is what we're saying.
It could.
All right, guys. The study for most likely to succeed driver next year in 2023 is Larry Wintertime.
Wow, what? Okay.
Wait, you got the wrong picture.
I got the new
Alt
one.
text, a toy figurine of a unicorn holding a toothbrush? Wait, what is that?
What was what?
That is amazing.
Yeah, sorry about that. I couldn't find the picture, so I just had Larry send it to me. So I appreciate it. Thank you, Larry.
Now, interesting to note that last year we thought Kamek would be number one.
Yeah.
And he was not. He was actually not even in your Drivers of the Year poll.
Yeah, it's true.
So we might be way off with this. Yeah.
It could totally be off. Yeah, so good point there. The 2021 winner, as you see on the bottom left, was Kamek. And yeah, he wouldn't even have made our top 10, which he didn't.
We didn't know what was coming, We didn't know what was coming. With all this heavy.
We couldn't have braced ourselves more. I mean, there's no way. Yeah, but Larry Wintertime won with over, I think, 23%, with PD Piranha Gold at around 20%. Next was Charging Chuck Gold. And then really it's quite a gap for White Tanuki Mario and King Mario. People aren't as, I can say that they aren't a big fan of the Mii's, it doesn't seem like. Both Question Block and Santa, both at the very, very bottom.
I think they're pretty niche. I mean, you also have to remember that, like, there's probably a lot of people who were voting on this poll who were below tier 50 at the time. The question block, that blockhead was a reward for ranked, and it was not available to them, like, at all. So there's a lot of people who don't have that one either. Yeah, I mean, and you can see here that, like, also Luigi Knight is pretty low, and that is, a lot of people are not a fan of Boomerang. Like, I think we value it highly because we grind really hard, and we know Boomerang can score as high as Coinbox if you put in the time and effort. But for a lot of people who are not quite as willing to spend 2-3 hours grinding one track, it's they don't rate it quite as highly, which I can understand.
Yeah, and then remember the whole like Boomerang coming after Coinbox over and over again that happened this year. Yeah, we just got so worn out by it.
Yeah, good point. Category 12 is Best Kart Skin Family of 2022. We have the Off-Roaders, Capsules, Eagles, Cat Cruisers, Bruisers, Goo Goo Buggies, Speeders, and Sneakers. What's your thoughts, guys? And last year, by the way, the Kings won. So the Silver King, Gilded King, Koopa King, etc. So Best Kart Family in 2022. What do you guys think?
Say it at the same time.
Off-roaders.
3, 2, 1. Wow,
Off-roaders. Yeah.
Wow, I want to go with a countdown. Can we cut that out and do that again?
Yeah.
All right, guys.
3,
well, without the
2,
suspense,
1.
it was
Off-roaders.
Off-Roaders. Yeah.
But not the brown one. Not the brown one. Put
Hey.
the brown one.
Brown one's in there too, man. Yeah, there we go, guys. In fact, it wasn't even close, just like as you guys suspected. The Off-Roaders.
It's gonna be similar to be honest here, yeah.
It was much closer last year. Best overall card of 2022. This is what you want to win if you're a karts. There may not be as much a debate on this one. It sounded like from some early conversations in the episode. But what are your thoughts here on overall card of 2022?
3, 2, 1. Yellow off-roader.
Yellow Off-Roader won it.
Shield the speedster.
These are all great. I mean, let's just take a moment and say we had some awesome cards this year. I mean,
It did.
these are all really good. We had a lot of great big cards. It was an awesome year for cards.
So let me ask you this.
Actually, I found it-
If the Yellow Off-Roader was not the largest hitbox, like what if it was the size of Black Turbo Birdo? Do you think it would have been as dominant? Do you think we would have held it at the highest regard?
That's what makes
I mean, Gold Egg had a shit ton of cracks, but it never was a meta card because it's absolutely tiny. It's a multi-planet card.
Fair enough. All right, so let's go to category number 14. Most likely to succeed kart in 2023. We got Moo Off-Roader, Gold Trickster.
2, 1. Moo
Off-roader. No, but it is.
Sorry, Studfit. Of course it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna say something, Carlos. I hate to interrupt you, man.
That's okay. I want to also say before, like, I find it cool that we got recently a lot new gold cards, like big gold cards, and I think like the Gold Trickster, the
Gold Trickster is awesome.
Quite good in the game. Like the months, the years before, we got gold cards, but they were small, and yeah, we'd never use it like the Gold Egg.
I'm surprised Brian Pipes is. I'm surprised Brian Pipes is number 2 because it's like a kind of older card, and it's like I would say out of the PD Brian set, maybe it's a halo effect from his set, which is so good. But it's the weakest one of the set for sure, like by far.
I'm wondering that the Eagles and the Taylor Swift are not really in there yet. Like they're kind of big cards.
But they're all city starts. So
that's tough. It's hard to say for those.
You know what's interesting? How quickly the red off-roader has died off in a lot of people's opinion.
Yeah, I think I still definitely believe in that one for sure. In fact, it might end up being better than the Mumu in the end next year. We'll check in on that a year from now.
Okay.
But Mumu, let's face it, I will say Mumu is a little bit of a recency bias thing. We have to admit. I mean, it's probably going to be great, but it also is a little. It's the hot thing right now in our minds.
Yep.
There's definitely some recency bias there, but let's go with the best glider skin family of the 2022. Cat parafoils, mustaches, candlelight flights, 8-bit gliders, star shoots, dragon wings, origami gliders, toe beam balloons, cloud balloons, or meteor balloons. Last year was the great sales.
I'll say 8-bit gliders. They've been like pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Amazing.
8-bit gliders.
It's like there's one safe bet in this game: investing in any 8-bit item that comes out, and you're gonna have a good time. And it's just been the case from the 8-bit Star when it first came out, and when they come out with the next 8-bit item, I'm going to tell you, I don't even care what starting tracks it has, I don't even care what a skill, whatever, blah blah, it will be good. This is what Nintendo does, and every single item on that list is a quality glider.
Yeah, good. Nothing else to be said.
Yeah.
All right, and the answer is the 8-bit gliders. All of them, including the record setting.
Easy.
Yeah, the answer is like you can't do any mistakes in it with anything it does.
Yeah,
we're smart.
Yeah, I think these are much more clear. It's weird because and on last year's episode, it was a lot more dynamic. It was much more of a conversation. And this is where basically, Antilev's algorithm has pointed out something very early on, and then it just dominated and took off. So shout out to Antilev and your awesome algorithm. By the time that these things finally get done peaking, it takes like 4 or 5 months, and so we're pretty clear on which ones were top for as long as it was. Had it not been for the algorithm, I don't think we would have been as aware of how meta these items would have been. Good point there. Number 16, best overall glider of 2022.
Yeah, I was gonna say as a segue.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. I mean, we all agree. We all agree. I think we all agree. Wonderful Wings. I was just gonna say as a segue, the 8-bit 1UP carried that last question. They're all great, but I mean 8-bit 1UP. I know it's a contender for next year's glider, but I also think it's a contender for this year's. I think it's going to be second place for sure. But yeah. I think we all agree Wonderful Wings, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. And the answer is yes, Wonderful Wings. Very anticlimactic there with our top items of the year. One pretty substantial, 50%.
Wow, it's a blowout. I thought 8-bit 1UP might do a little better. Golden Wings still holding strong too.
Kind of surprised Candlelight Flight didn't do a little bit better as well. Yeah. But I mean, this is also the timing. I mean, when we've been, the Sky Tour was pretty early in the year. It's a glider that we kind of promoted a lot on the rundown as a good glider. Hey, you should invest in this one. It was in ranked a lot, and then it ended up with amazing coverage. So it's kind of buffing arc and ranked usage really fits nicely into the 2022 time frame as well. Yellow Offroader a bit. But it came out a little bit earlier. But Wonderful Wings was kind of perfectly placed, and it may be at a point right now where it doesn't even get buffed going forward anymore. Might be kind of at the end of its rope, but for now, yeah.
It's also worth noting that this is a looking back at a time gone by, but those Yellow Offroader and Wonderful were both pack items. It is interesting to see that. We won't see that anymore going forward, probably. Yeah.
It's actually crazy how the black rates have fell off. And I'm kind of surprised that the Lava Rocks is not a bit better, but black rates there, it's kind of completely off. It's not useful anymore, but compared to the new gliders, it's crazy. how it changed.
Yeah, no, good points there, guys. Most likely to succeed glider in 2023. We have Luigi's Hat Balloon, Black Star Chute, Boo Masks, Mario Hat Balloon, Silver Candlelight Flight, Autumn Leaves, 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom, Lava Rocks, Wonderful Garnet, and Silver Candlelight Flight. Last year's winner was the Galaxy Glider. It was a big surprise for us all. But what are your thoughts on glider for next year? You want to start us off, Sammy? I think you had an idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, it seems like 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom. But I mean, there's just a lot of fan favorites in here. I mean, Black Star Chute has a bunch of fans. Boo Masks has a ton of fans. Even Autumn Leaves, Lava Rocks has tons of fans. I think a lot of people are hoping for a lot of these, you know? I think 8-Bit Mushroom might kind of get the edge, but I don't know. Antilev, you're looking at the stats. What do you think?
I think it's going to be Black Star Chute or Boo Masks because they came out in back-to-back tours and a bit newer. I think those two and 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom will be the top three. I don't know the order, but those seem to be like the three kind of most talked about gliders that people are looking at.
Yeah.
I find it quite hard because I think the 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom might win because it's one of the best
already
gliders.
Great.
But like, is it like it succeed? Like that's probably the glider which might get the most buffs. So
it's already succeeded. Yeah.
That's why the Galaxy glider won last year probably.
Yeah.
We do have some items.
At this time it was a great glider. Now it's like average.
Carlos, did you go?
Lava Rocks is pretty cool, and the Black Star Chute and Silver Candlelight Flight. So that would be my top three.
Carlos, which one did you go hard on of those? Black Star Chute or Boo Masks or Lava?
Those so for my recent ACR, I think Lava Rocks is where I went. So 8-Bit Mushroom is the highest, but from the newer ones, it's I think the Lava Rocks.
What about you, Studfit? I know you can't talk about your predictions because you know the answers. So let's get you involved.
No,
here.
I mean it's. I invested in the Black Star Chute and 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom. I did not invest in anything else here. Which, by the way, I had only one question. Only one answer was Silver Candlelight Flight. I saw it there twice for some reason on my PowerPoint. But yeah, I invested in Black Star Chute and the 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom. In fact, this week I took the 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom to 8 triple uncapped because it was so strong for my account. But also, you know, it's really tough. I think that there are a lot of people that could think like, I just want to pick the newest glider and just because that's going to have like the longest longevity through 2023. So I can see people going, you know, Garnet or Autumn Leaves or something like much newer versus something that came out this summer too. So that's what I was thinking as I was looking into this question too.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that there's a couple of gliders on this that aren't on this list that I think would be good candidates for successful gliders in 2033, like the mint and berry balloons and the tropical balloons, but and the flying flappers as well. Sammy, your favorite, but I mean, that's the nominations. Yeah, I went for the Black Star Chute, but it was not because I think it's going to be better than the other one. It's just because it helped me the most for ACR, so I went for top 10.
Yeah, good points there. This one's kind of a crapshoot. Let's see who won. It is the 8-Bit 1-Up Mushroom. Pretty big win, so 25%.
Black Star Chute in second.
Not surprisingly, but
Wonderful.
It's already good. So
yeah, it's a bit cheating from the viewers.
I can understand the vote. I would have probably also voted for it, but it doesn't really fit to succeed in next year. It will be a good glider next year, pretty sure. But I think others will overtake it somehow.
Yeah.
Technically, in second place is the Wonderful Garnet, which did get some decent buffs this tour. I think 5 or 6. I think 5, maybe just 4. All right, let's get into number 18, best commemorative item of 2022. We got the Wario's mustache, Waluigi's mustache, Luigi's hat, Mario's hat, Moo Off-Roader, Blazing Eagle, Flying Flappers, Sports Coupe 2022, Daikon Rocket, Streetle 22 Glider, and the Flaming Speeder. Last year's winner was a surprising Dark Hop Rod. What are your thoughts on best commemorative item of 2020?
Okay. If it's Moo Off-Roader, we all have to take a shot.
All right, I'm in.
You in?
I'm in. I mean, we're gonna take a shot.
I'll take a shot later. I can promise you that. And the answer is the Moo Moo Off-Roader.
Oh gosh.
I take Studfit shot.
There you go. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking one for the team. And you know what? It was not even close, guys. 40% went with the Moo Moo Off-Roader. Insane there. I say he's actually physically getting up and going to get his shot. That is awesome. All right, while he's doing that, let's move into best 100 pipe of 2022. There he is. We have the Mario versus Luigi Pipe 1. I'll try to go through this pretty quickly, but Mario Samurai, Luigi Knight, Warrior Wagon, Shield Speedster. In that Mario versus Luigi Pipe 1. The Bowser Tour Pipe 1 had Meowser, Red Off-Roader, Lava Rocks, Wicked Topaz, and the green-yellow Capsule Cart, just kind of pointing out some of the top ones. There we go, Sammy. Bowser Pipe 2, Kamek, Charging Chuck, Silver King, Magnum Broom, Black Great Sail, Dream Glider. The Anniversary Pipe 1. I said Mario Kakama, Yoshi Kangaroo, Luigi Vacation, Tropical Truck. Sunday Tour Pipe 1, just a lot of Sunday items. This was obviously the premiere of White Tanuki Mario. Piranha Plant Tour Pipe 1. This one had Petey, the Piranha Pipes, and the Piranha Plant Balloons. So all three items had been pretty good this year. For the Bangkok Pipe 2, we had Luigi Vacation, Mario Sunshine, Tropical Truck. Yoshi Pipe 1 had the Gold Egg, Yoshi Gold Eggs, Gold something, Gold Egg, and then Gold Egg Shell Glider. So Samurai Pipe 1 had Mario Samurai, Warrior Wagon, and Origami Glider. And then the New Year's 2022 Pipe 1 had Meowser, Tiger Bruiser, Calico Parafoil. This was your pipe, Antilev, so we'll start with you. By the way, the winner last year was the Kamek Tour, the introduction of Kamek. What's your thoughts, Antilev?
Okay, so if I have to pick what I think is the most valuable tour, I'm actually going to go with the Sunday Tour pipe. Surprisingly, there are some incredibly good items in there. The Ice Cream Minibus, Mint Mary Balloons, White Tanuki Mario, all like solid top 10 items. What do I think the people are gonna pick? I think they're gonna go for the Bowser Tour Pipe 1 because Meowser is in it, along with like some really good items, or the Piranha Plant Tour because Petey Piranha and his glider have been just absolutely killing it.
Yeah, good guess there. Sammy D, what's your thoughts?
Great analysis. I agree. I mean, man, the Mint and Berry is my most needed glider. Minibus is my most needed card, like in terms of potential. White Snake. It's funny because Nintendo's almost made the Sunday. Even though Sky High Sunday kind of got, immediately everyone's like, it's a short track, it's boring. The value to everything in that tour is like at the level of like the Ninja Tour stuff.
They're very good items. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of agree that Bowser Tour Pipe 1, because you have Meowser's return, so a lot of people got to get him finally. The Red Off-Roader debuting, the Lava Rocks was like an instant fan favorite. Everyone loved it. Wicked. I mean, yeah, I think that one's maybe going to win, but golly, I just don't remember any of these pipes. I literally wrote, like, when you asked the nominations, I was like, I have no idea.
Yeah, me too. Like, I was like, okay, we didn't have pipe polls, no, but it was like so much, and I just remember, like, at all, we had great pipes, but Bowser Tour Pipe 1, I mean, Meowser, best driver, Red Off-Roader, one of the best cards, probably a little bit below the yellow one. Lava Rocks, we just talked about it. So yeah, that might be also one of the fan favorites. Mm-hmm. It was a great tour at all. Like, new track, for me, best track. We will see it later probably. Yeah, Bowser Tour 1.
Okay, all right. And the study for best 100 pipe of 2022 goes to the Bowser Tour Pipe 1. You guys were right. Pretty substantial win here, over 30%.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
Nice. So that Tour Pipe is second place.
Yeah, you called it.
Definitely called it,
with
guys.
Piranha Plant in 3.
Piranha Plant 3. Man.
Yeah, a lot of people loved those pipes. I mean, they were great. It's just crazy to look back that we're never going to talk about these pipes again. What's next? Specials?
We got specials.
All right.
Sounds so sad, Sammy.
It's mixed feelings. I mean, it's like, I think that it's like good riddance in a way, but it's also like it is, these were fun. These were really fun. And that leads me to say, like, this pink Shy Guy Ninja, I think was going to win on this one, the Shinobi pipe, because it was kind of a sequel to the Ninja Tour. Even though Samurai didn't get coin box, he got Boomerang. People obviously wanted to get him, and then you had the pink Ninja pipe at the same time. Plus, you had those hop rods in there. I loved that they did Ninja with Spotlight and the hop rods were not. because that was just a cool idea where, all right, everyone's going to go for it. You get whatever hot rods you get. You're going to get Pink Ninja. Shy Guy Ninja and Gold King Mom in there as well. I think that's the clear winner.
Okay.
I find it's hard. Like, it's so much here.
It's a lot.
So the thing is, I personally would go with the gold pipe, but I know not anyone else will go with that. But I got a lot of charging chucks. But that's hard. I don't know, actually.
Anyone gonna go with the Mario pipe with King Mario?
The King
pipe, maybe.
No, hell no.
Because it was almost the worst pipe ever.
It was a trash pipe.
It's the worst pipe of all time.
Actually, the 8-bit gliders pipe sounds pretty good. I mean, we just
my two picks are the Team Luigi pipe and the 8-bit gliders pipe. Those are the two best pipes of the year.
Team Luigi pipe. Wait, what was the
Luigi pipe? The whole Piranha PD Piranha set, plus Rosalina Swimmer, Lack of Two Party Time, and Wonderful Wings. It is crazy value.
Yeah, true.
That's value. I just
that was a 12% pipe too. So that's insane. I mean, I pulled out one of my free to play, and I got the whole PD Piranha set, and I got Rosalina Swimmer, who I didn't own, and I got a Wonderful Wings too. I mean, for like 180 rubies, that is absolutely crazy value. And then the 8-bit gliders pipe is just all good items in that pipe. The funny thing is the Mario pipe with King Mario in it, in retrospect, was actually worse value than the team the other pipe, the Daisy pipe, with all the Daisy ults and Peach ults.
Wow.
Because there's basically one good driver in a Mario pipe, which is Mario King, and there was one good driver in the Peach Daisy pipe, which was Ty Daisy, and she's way better.
She's killing it. Studfit, I know you know the answer, but did you have a favorite that you remember since we're reflecting on pipes for the last time?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was both the Shinobi pipe and also the Bowser's Minion, which also had Shy Guy Ninja Pink and also the Sakura Hop Rod. But it also had, Kamek in there, Secret Scroll, some other items, Big 8-Bit Bullet Bill, Dream Glider, some really strong items. In fact, I actually like that one more than the Shinobi pipe myself. I went into both of them. But, I think if you compare it, I hated getting King Bob-omb, the non-gold version, in that Shinobi pipe. That was absolutely brutal. Versus the Minions pipe. Just seemed like a little bit better. Even, some of the stuff like Secret Scroll or even Kamek's Zoom Room, I would probably rather have than King Bob-omb. So that's actually the vote I went with. But the answer is the Shinobi pipe during the Samurai Tour.
Oh, indeed. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good win there with the gold pipe.
Gold pipe a second?
Gold pipe a second.
Wow. Didn't expect that, actually.
Interesting. The Mario pipe during the anniversary tour was technically third, though, with 8-bit at number 4.
There's a bunch of people in denial.
Well, it's memorable. It's like
it did have a lot of Marios in it, though, like a lot of high quantity. What was it, like 5 Marios or something like that in the 5?
I'll tell you what, my kids love those pipes because you go, hey, look at all these Marios, it doesn't matter that they're all crap. But,
you have to remember, the general public does love Mario a lot, and it's one of the reasons why there's so many years Nintendo just kept giving us Mario alts after Mario alts. They know that we want Mario alts, for what it's worth. All right, number 21, best soundtrack of 2022. Of course, we'll have to start with you, Sammy D. Last year's winner was, of course, Ninja Hideaway.
Yeah, geez. I love these soundtracks. Damn. If I have to think of fan favorites, just off the top of my head, Coconut Mall. Sky Sunday was a banger because it's brand new. So new song gets extra points. Amsterdam Drift was fun. That was a big surprise for what that song was when we heard the chanting drunken men in a bar singing for the first time. That was pretty funny. But I think that still 3DS Bowser's Castle is gonna be a sweep here with best track, best song, best driver. It's gonna be Bowser's Castle kicking off the whole year. That song, it's got the cool factor because everyone loves Bowser. They love like a dark soundtrack that's cool. I remember Carlos hearing it for the first time and he was like, oh, this is so good, and
it's my alert on stream.
Yeah, it's a great soundtrack. It already existed. It's not new for the game, but I think that's gonna win.
Okay.
But not Baby Park.
Just agree.
Baby Park. You disagree?
Yeah. Nice. Any other ones you want to throw in the mix, guys?
I think Coconut Mall will be up there. I think it's something that it's a track we've been kind of waiting for a long time to be added. It has a very memorable. I don't necessarily say that it's good soundtrack, but it has a memorable soundtrack that people. I mean, a lot of these people wouldn't really know. Like, I don't remember what Sky High Sunday music is like, or Mushroom Gorge, to be honest. Personal favorite on this one, Singapore Speedway, best music by far of 2022. It reminds me of a Streets of Rage level from the Sega Mega Drive game from the 90s. That it's got that old like MIDI music, theme going on. It's like high energy. It's a city at nighttime. I love it.
Yeah. That was great, and I forgot to mention Bangkok. Bangkok was awesome.
Also a good one,
yeah.
Anything you want to add there, Carlos? You agree? Across the board?
Can we listen to them all quickly? I go with Bowser's Castle.
All right, Bowser's Castle. All right, and the study award for best soundtrack of 2022 goes to Singapore Speedway.
Wow, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And good 20%.
Close.
Wow.
You need to drink, Antilev.
Jeez, Bowser's Castle is like...
Okay, you need to drink too, Carlos.
So next year we need to implement a drinking game.
Yes,
meet
we'll have
up
to
in
do that.
Singapore. Let's have the...
Revenue, sorry. We need to donate them because of the missing ad revenue.
Bowser's Castle came in 4th place?
Yep.
Wow.
Coconut Mall, Bangkok,
Bangkok Rush.
Garden.
Yep.
Mushroom Charges also? It's a cool soundtrack, actually. So, like, in general, not every, but like a lot of soundtracks are just cool and bangers.
Wow.
Yeah,
Sky Garden is a big favorite of the younger players. I'm not trying to like do a thing where, young players like certain things, but it's just something I've noticed.
Okay, Boomer.
Boomer.
I am a boomer. I'm a boomer, man. I like the old school Boomer N64 all the way.
Guys, let's be honest. Like all those
the
tracks,
oldest man here.
those are all the new tracks, and this is crazy how many new tracks and what tracks we got this year. Like this is crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, that's a good point there. All right, we have best new tracks. We'll first start with number 22, which is best new retro track. So these are no cities. These are either tracks introduced this year as that were a part of the Mario Kart Tour franchise, or brand new, being the Sky High Sunday, etc. So we have Yoshi Valley, Koopa Cape, Coconut Mall, Luigi Raceway, Peach Gardens, Sky High Sunday, Wario Shipyard, Mushroom Gorge, Bowser's Castle, Piranha Plant Slide, Boo Lake, Snowland, Baby Park, Sky Garden. I included them all. Last year, this is a brand new category. So what do you guys think the best new or retro track of 22 will be?
I think it's crazy. We only had like 2 new retros in all of 2021 or something like that. I mean, and we've got how many? It's like one every tour this tour. I'm gonna go Piranha Plant Slide. I think that's
Wow.
Okay.
Just go and play it like the next time it comes in the tour. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
So much fun. All those extra boxes.
Fun, right? Yeah, that's true.
No, there is no R version. They didn't make an R version. I don't know why they didn't make an R version. They should have made an R version, but they didn't make one.
but it's true.
Wait, there's no R version?
No, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
No, there is.
We pretend it doesn't exist.
Okay, all right.
Because it's.
But yeah, didn't we have it last tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
That's Party Time Pauline's track too.
But like in total, I have the most fun to grind Bowser's Castle. Like if you put in all the versions, then Bowser's Castle wins. The best unique, like just regular one, that might be how was it called? Piranha Plant Slide, yeah. That's really fun, yeah. And we didn't have it that often actually.
We get it every tour.
I think actually that Bowser's Castle is like so in the heads of everyone because it was the first new track this year. If I'm not wrong.
Bowser's Castle 3DS.
It was like
there's a lot of build up to it too.
We got Meowser, we got the Red Offer. Like that was really a tour where we all were like, okay, what the heck is going on? Like this was like the best start of Mario Kart Tour in a year, and like that is for me like that tour in this year at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That predicting kind of the sweep. I didn't get it for the soundtrack, but I do think it will win here. It kind of has it's kind of like a 200 action count track, which we all love those, and it's kind of like the Airship Fortress or Rainbow Road of this year, But there are some other fan favorites. I mean, Coconut Mall is going to get some votes for sure. I'm curious to see how Baby Park places. I know that's a very controversial one. But yeah, and Mushroom Gorge is a fan favorite as well, even though it's not really thought of by the players. Like we're not talking about it, but I think it's definitely a fan favorite track. But yeah, Bowser's Castle. Let's go.
All right, guys. Yeah, this was a category I was excited to hear what your thoughts were, because I mean, I don't know what the community likes. I know what I like, So it's interesting as I was going into this category, but
not Wario Shipyard.
Yeah, that got a little burned on that one. Other than Wario Shipyard, though, like just give us these tracks more. Like the thing is, we hardly got to play some of these tracks because there's so many. We didn't get a lot of time with some of them.
Luigi Raceway. When did Luigi Raceway come back? It did come in.
Even Koopa Cape. It's like in Yoshi Valley, they seem less frequent. Anyway, we'll be playing them through the next year, and I'm sure we'll have a better sense. But yeah.
All right, so best new retro track of 2022 is Coconut Mall.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually much more than you'd think.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was like the most wanted, right?
Yeah, it's
kind of mean.
Yeah.
I totally forgot about it.
Twitter account.
Twitter girl.
Oh,
it's just marketing.
10 people like bullying.
It's marketing, and it kicks off the booster course pass. It's definitely an all-time track. It's just when it comes to Mario Kart Tour, yeah, it was great. I'm surprised this beat Bowser's Castle by that much, but
I'm surprised Piranha Plant Slide was as low as it was.
Let's see, where is it?
It's like
wow,
probably because of R.
See, it's Mushroom Gorge again.
But Bowser's Castle was up there. Sky High Sunday was technically third. Mushroom Gorge fourth. Yeah, and then maybe Koopa Cape was fifth. It's really hard to tell after that. But not a lot of people like Luigi Raceway, though. I'll tell you that. That's that one's really low. Snow Lake is number 2, second lowest. I mean,
it is crazy. Just one more time, just to look back at how many tracks. I mean, if even Luigi Raceway, the lowest polling track here, if this had come out last year, it would be like everyone would have been talking about it, but I was watching like rundowns and Kart Talks and whatever, all the other YouTube. Some of these tracks, like they hardly even got talked about just because we were so spoiled with so many new tracks. It's just totally wild. I'm really curious what's going to happen next year. If we're kind of going to taper off, probably taper off. So we'll see, man.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see how the deluxe keeps going too. It seems like they're kind of neck and neck with each other. All right, number 23, best city track set introduced in 2022. Singapore Speedway and the Singapore Tour, LA Laps 2, Amsterdam Drift 2, Berlin Byways, Bangkok Rush, Singapore Speedway 2, Berlin Byways 3, Sydney Sprint 3, Vancouver Velocity 3, and Amsterdam Drift 3. It's a brand new category. What do you guys think?
I go with Singapore. That's a fun track. And
Singapore won.
Yeah, definitely won. Yeah, Singapore is such a
cool
track.
On the building. I like that.
We don't talk about Amsterdam 1 and 2, especially not 2.
Especially not 2.
Amsterdam 3 is definitely making everything good, which 2 messed up. Yeah, Singapore. Probably the best.
I mean,
so many colors, cool tracks, just makes fun to drive there.
It won the soundtrack awards, so there's that shows there's some love for it for sure. I was thinking
super easy to get boomboxes there right here. Someone told me.
Someone told you, yeah. Nice. So Sammy, you think Singapore?
I was thinking Bangkok was gonna win it, but I might be biased. That's just my favorite city other than LA. Well, it's my favorite city track, period, I think. I can't wait to see the other variations. I thought it was awesome. Might come back next tour. I don't know. We'll see. I said Bangkok, but it's only got one track so far. Singapore, yeah. I could see Singapore taking it.
All right, I voted with you, Sammy. I voted for Bangkok as well, and the winner is Bangkok Rush.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
Now, second place was Singapore Speedway, and it was just basically those two.
Wow.
Yeah. Singapore Speedway 2 was on the board, technically in the third, but way down there. Vancouver Velocity 3 was fourth.
I have to say though, it's a little bit unfair because a lot of those city tours got released in the same, kind of got buried by being released in the same tour as a retro, and Bangkok I think didn't, and Singapore Speedway didn't. So they kind of got the feature on their own. Los Angeles Lab 2 I think as well didn't. So I feel like a lot of the cities recently, Singapore 2 was also a really, really good track, but it kind of got buried because it was released in the same tour as another new retro. It was a little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, Singapore 2 is great.
Good, guys. Best battle track of 2022. This one's a spicy one. Obviously, we only have 4 choices, but I mean, how do you feel like the community is feeling these tracks? We'll start with you, Carlos.
So I do definitely like Twilight House the most as track. Yeah, that's my answer. Like, it's pretty hard. Like, the tracks are pretty cool. I still think Nintendo needs to change a lot of things about battle tracks at all, or battle races with the scores. But Twilight House is cool. Second probably, then Cookie Land. Yeah, then Battle Course, and then New York. So Twilight and Cookie Land are probably also the fan favorites. Cookie Land looks the best. Like just optic-wise, design-wise, that's pretty cool. It's quite open. Twilight House, you have more opportunities to hide and go different routes. Yeah. Not anymore.
And to
go up on the roof and hang out on the roof for 3 hours.
Yeah. I mean, but that's another thing that I don't like general things about battles at all at the moment. But that are things they can change. But yeah, best track in my opinion, Twilight House.
I think we need more new battle tracks. I think I thought that we're going to keep releasing them. They only released 3, one city and then 3 retro. I mean, I think Twilight House is for me the best one, but I mean, we need more.
One each tour. We only get like 2 each tour.
Exactly. They're getting really repetitive. Jeez.
Yeah. I got nothing else to add. I don't know what they're doing. I agree with Carlos's ranking.
Okay. All right. Well, the answer for study for best battle track of 2022 is Twilight House. Yeah, it was close. It was close though with New York Minute B.
When I saw that picture you just had there, I was like, oh my god, that looks so cool. I didn't know the track before.
It does look cool. Like the red sky with the trees, like aesthetically, that looks so sick.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
New York B, obviously.
New York, okay.
People really don't like the battle course.
No.
Yeah.
I like it more than New York, actually.
I like it because it has blockhead mid-shelf and is boosted a lot, so we can use a coin boxer.
Nice. All right, category number 25, best tour of 2022. Man, I tell you what, we had basically 26 tours this year. I could only include so many on this list. And on Reddit, they ripped me for it, man. There were so many people saying, I can't believe this is on this tour. This was on this one. This is not on this list. Guys, I tried to make it as simple as people as I possibly could. We have Samurai Tour, Piranha Plant Tour, New York Tour, Me Tour, Sunday Tour, Animal Tour, Bowser Tour, Anniversary Tour, Bangkok Tour, and Holiday Tour. What's your thoughts, guys? And last year, of course, Ninja Tour made a complete landslide across all categories, really. But what's your thoughts on the best tour of this year?
I thought that, I voted for Me Tour just because of all the shakeups and the introduction of the Me's. Love them or hate them. I mean, level 7 rocked us so hard last year and we were all dreading level 8. But when level 8 hit, everyone adjusted so fast. And the Mii's coming in, Coconut Mall happened. Mushroom Gorge came that tour. That's right. And then I just think that was the most exciting time of the year. So that's why I think that one would be the winner. That's my only guess. They're all good. What do you guys think?
So I think, as I said before, Bowser Tour, it might be the winner because that's all in our heads. But I need to say that Animal Tour recently was a very, very nice tour, especially if you went for ACR. We had wonderful track selection, pretty nice additions. But I think actually the winner will be the Bowser Tour. Even if it's the first tour this year, or second or first tour. So I think that's it.
I like the Animal Tour. and I really liked the Piranha Tour as well. I'm just a huge fan of like that track, and also in that tour, a lot of really good items got added. You got the PD Piranha set, 8-bit 1-up Mushroom got added, Lightning Streamliner got added, amazing new items in that tour. But for me, it's got to be the New Year's 2022 tour. You got Meowser, the best driver of the year. You got 3DS Bowser's Castle, one of the best tracks of the year, and just a really good set of look, I'm also biased because that was my first time I went really hard for ACR and went for top 10, and so I have like fond memories of it. But it was also like there was a lot of build up to that tour as well. We had this like 3-tour celebration, and it was like the culmination of what are they gonna do for New Year's, what are they gonna do for New Year's, and it really, there was a lot of build up, and then it didn't disappoint. It was like,
oh, it's huge.
Whoa, like they knocked it out of the park. It was
in a way a peak of the year.
Yeah, it was like a local, but maybe it didn't hit the heights of the Ninja Tour, but it was up there.
Damn.
Okay. All right. Well, the answer was the Bowser Tour. And it was neck and neck, though, with the Bangkok Tour.
Wow.
The Bangkok again. So high. Wow.
See, I don't even remember. The Bowser Tour had Red Off-Roader, but what else? What else was there? I don't understand.
Gold
Meowser.
A Gold Chuck? Why don't Meowser come back?
Meowser, Gold Chuck. Yeah, but
Gold Chuck. All right.
It sucks in our head. But I'm surprised about the Bangkok tour, actually.
Jeez, Bangkok, man. There's so much fandom for Bangkok and
I don't really remember it anymore. To be honest, I don't remember the tour anymore.
Wow. And then Me did well, and then Samurai, which is to be expected.
Animal Tour was a little lower than we might have thought. Holiday Tour here low too.
I think a lot of people got really annoyed by how difficult DK Mountain and Riverside Park were.
Yeah,
to grind. I think they're both awesome tracks, and I actually really like grinding DK Mountain, but it is a tough track to keep combo on. So if you
we need other drivers there.
Yeah.
Well, and the Riverside Park just needs 3 item boxes. Only having 2 is demoralizing.
They're amazing tracks from the past, and the fact that they weren't on the best tracks of the year list even. That says a lot.
Well, you saw a lot of people very frustrated with DK Mountain. We were all very excited about it. Then we actually rode it and realized it is one of the tougher tracks.
It's horrible.
Hey, I said in my track wish list thing, I gave that track an honorable mention, and I said, be careful what you wish for, because this is not going to be a fun track in tour. I tried to warn.
I like it. It's a fun track. I don't understand.
I know. I agree. At the same coin, or on the other side of the coin, Antilev, I agree with you. I think there need to be challenging tracks. I think there need to be tracks that humble players and make you have to get absolutely refine your skills. Yes, yes, basically, but just improve, up your game. Grind harder. There's in Japanese. In Japanese culture, there's something about like being humbled by a great challenge, and I get what they did there.
But you know what? The game needs those kind of tracks, because look, if every new track they add is like an RT with like
easy 200,
easy 200, you can full combo with a bottom shelf glider. Then it's just a loadout battle. Then it's just like a whales battle, And if you put in a track that's like flat and needs some skill to full combo, you can actually beat a ranked opponent who has got better loadouts than you. But you can beat him with skill and practice and improving, even if you can't invest or spend money or whatever, So I like that there's those challenging tracks,
Yeah, that's a good point.
But on the other side, it takes more time to grind if you go for ACR. And now, since we have 15
definitely
cups, then I prefer the 200 AC tracks, of course, because it's easier. I mean, of course, you can say, okay, go for 200 actions on Action Fortress T, and that's it. Or you go for 260 or 300. But then it's just about how much time you spend. So with the new tracks, when you get like 170, 180, you kind of are forced to grind even more. So it's pretty hard.
Solid points there. All right, let's go into Sammy's favorite category, most filler tour of 2022. Now,
you bastards.
Now, here's the thing. The term filler tour, it's really hard to have a filler tour this year because compared to last year seemed like it was the filler year. Versus this year just seems to be bangers after bangers. So to put a definition on it, to be a little bit more specific, the tour with the least creativity from a theme, from new or featured items, or even tracks as well. So put it out there. This is a new category. What's your thoughts on most filler tour of 22? We have to start with Sammy D.
I mean, I don't. I want to pass the mic because I don't even remember. Like,
Wow.
why? I say no new track, no tour with a new track it gets in. So whichever
They all have
track,
new
whichever.
tracks.
Even Peach vs. Bowser, both of those, Peach Gardens, and then what was
Yeah.
the first one?
Peach vs. Bowser was Koopa Cape, and then the second one was Peach Gardens.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but
Do you have a list of that, or is it like you just know?
Metropolitan Tour maybe didn't have any.
Like, I just don't know any of those tours.
yeah, maybe
anymore.
Metro,
What was there?
maybe Metro. I said
No, that was
There was the one
that
with
Amsterdam
the
Drift
speech, right?
2. Amsterdam
Yeah,
Drift
okay.
2.
Then that
yeah.
one. Then that one.
What was the tour that was? What was the tour that was? Los Angeles. It's not even on the freaking list. Los Angeles tour was the biggest filler tour of the year.
with Chuck,
With
Brandon
Golf
Track.
Bros, Golf Bros.
the Golf Bros and
No one's talking about the Golf Bros.
LA Laps 2. LA Laps 2 was the worst track of the year.
Studfit's oil fields.
Oh my gosh. I hate those oil
Stud-
fields.
Nothing. What pissed Studfit off the most? The oil fields of LA, or
Yeah.
Bootleg, or Ghost Valley 3, or
Probably Ghost Valley 3, to be honest.
I'll say Wario versus Waluigi tour. We had a new track, but everybody hated it. Everybody was looking forward to a Wario or Waluigi alt. We didn't get anything.
Yeah.
And we had a crappy track that everybody hates. And then they brought the track back like every week for like half the year. So I'll go for most hated tour, most filler tour, Wario vs Waluigi.
But Mario vs Luigi 2. Also, let's not forget they recycled a rally tour.
They didn't recycle it in the same year like they did with Peach vs. At least that one had a new track, and that one had some good items. That one had Shielded Speedster, it had Luigi Knight, it had Boo Masks.
Yeah.
So this is basically worst tour, is what we're saying.
Well, a lot of people wanted a worse tour, and I was like, I don't want to be negative. Filler tour seemed a lot more fun, and honestly, we had a long discussion about it in Kart Talk, and I know Jeeves' vote would be for Peach versus Bowser 2. And Carlos, do you want to make a vote on this?
No, I think a pass. It's really hard, and I don't really remember in detail all those tours.
Okay.
I don't really remember that we really
Yeah, I
had
don't either.
like such a heavy filler tour at all.
It didn't.
I mean, really,
if you would ask for that one, I like the least, and probably the Metropolitan Tour, but I think a pass it here.
Cat Tour might get it because just the cat overload, but again, Baby Park.
Cat Tour's best tour in the year.
But Baby Park had haters too. Cat Tour might win.
okay.
No.
All right. So the winner is
I'm not agreeing.
Peach versus Bowser Tour 2.
Okay.
Okay, wow.
With
Jeeves.
Metropolitan Tour in second.
The Jeeves is he's been on the campaign trail.
I'm sure he was out there advocating for it. But yeah, and Metro Tour number 2 on this list with Cat Tour at number 3.
There you go.
Yeah, Wario versus Luigi
Okay.
was technically 4th there. Antilev. Gamechanger. This is a big one. This is what we'll probably spend a good 5 minutes on. Gamechanger of 2022. We got the Mii suits and their base points. Level 8 quad cap. Spotlight shop, where now we can buy things using 100 rubies or 150 rubies or now 105 rubies. Token pipes, where we're now earning the tokens and getting 31 token pulls. Battle mode with battle tracks in ACR and the change that's made. Battle multiplayer pipes, removal of the gotcha pipes. This is the actual subtraction of no longer pulling on pipes. Meet Premium Challenge Plus, Premium Challenge Plus. Increase of cups from 12 to 15. Flood of new tracks introduced. Basically two a tour, it seems like on average. And then proper introduction of Giant Banana after a long time of not having that skill. And then the Try Again button. What are your thoughts, guys? Gamechanger of 2022. This is a big one.
I like how you spelled gotcha like gotcha.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's with an A, isn't it? Yeah.
I think it has to be the removal of pipes, right? I mean, like that completely flipped the game on its head. The whole everything we do, everything in the meta, everything that we talk about, discuss, analyze was based around should I pull or should I not pull? Is this a good pipe? Is this a bad pipe? And then it just all disappeared.
Yeah. Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
So yes, so your point is valid, but so I think if we really talk about Gamechanger, that is like something which is completely new, and that's only battle mode and battle tracks. Battle tracks and ACR. So let's just get battle mode, because that is the only thing which is new. That we got the removal of the pipes. We still get new items, and now we don't have gacha mode, so now we decide, I get the item or I don't get the item. Level 8 or quad caps, that is also something that's normal in any mobile game, so like that you have like just a higher level, but that doesn't change the game at all. Misu is probably the second in order with their base points, because that is different. Like those base points are like they impact the game much heavier than a level 8 or a quad cap. So I would actually say the battle mode, because that's the only really new thing in the game. Like probably the multiplayer pipes might win, but I think battle mode is the really game changer, because that's really new, and everything else is more likely the game is the same as before, more or less. You still need to think about, am I buying the new item? Am I not buying it? Spotlight shop, actually, like for me, when I have everything, it's quite useless because it's way too expensive, in my opinion. If you want to have a new item, then you can just get it. So that's an improvement for probably free-to-play players, but it doesn't change the game a lot, in my opinion, because the game is for me still the races, and those are not really affected by the pipes, in my opinion.
All right.
Yeah. This just lays it all out of just what an insane year it was. I mean, any other year, level 8 's not even getting talked about, and that used to be like the biggest, like, Goliath kind of idea out there. Quad cap too. I just immediately said Misuits, just because meta wise, we all know, but based on the voting so far, I think what we've been saying is like there's a trend we're noticing where most players maybe don't have quite the resources to take advantage of how the Misuits have changed the game. The top 10% of the players definitely have. And so I think objectively it is the biggest game changer of what you can do with your account. So I think that might win, but yeah, in terms of like average players, maybe the removal of the pipes, we still don't even know. It's been a few months now. I still don't feel like we really know what the new world is. Like we're still kind of navigating it, and we're not really sure if we like it more or less. I mean, I think there's kind of like arguments for both.
I definitely know that.
There's less excitement.
Yeah.
But also we objectively know that it is better for everyone's like mental health, at least. So I don't know. And then all the new tracks. I mean, I love that. But can we add in the easy bot?
So if we did add the easy bot
and let that win,
if we did add the easy bot,
shrooming.
If we did add the easy bot strat, which I posted on a video, and I think Carlos did as well, would that surmount anything else on this list?
It wouldn't win. I mean, it's a nice little cheat, but
I don't think so.
These fundamental changes to the game with Misuits, the gacha going away, even the token pipe. I mean, I calculated recently, and even normal gold pass gets like 50 or 60 pulls every tour, just for playing. I mean, that's crazy. We used to spend rubies on that stuff. So
I will say that I think, from a meta level perspective, Misuits has been one of the biggest shakeups of the year, but I think it won't win, because when we talk about that, we're talking about kind of the limits of what's possible. Yeah. There's 37 Misuits in the game right now, and on my main account, I have all of them because I'm just basically like, I'm going to pick up every Misuit and boost those base points. But if I look at my free-to-play account, out of those 37 Misuits, I only have 15. So that's a base point increase of 140 points as opposed to 360 points. And that's actually, when we're talking about the high end of Misuits, if you have all those, the base point advantage gets to a point where you're starting to talk about Misuits without a good skill being equal to or better than regular drivers with a good skill. So that is actually bringing bad skill drivers back into the game in the form of Misuits, but not if you can't afford to buy all the Misuits, So and I think a lot of people who are going to be responding to this poll are going to be in that kind of I don't have 30 plus me suits. You know, they're gonna be more like my free to play account where they got like 10 or 15, and it's not really making that big of an impact.
Yeah, it's a good point. We're thinking about a game changer. It's not changing their game that much, right? So it's not impacting them as much as some of these other items. I could see that. Last year's winner was the today's challenge pipe, which I rewatched that video. It was actually interesting. You know, Carlos made the point that actually it was not an improvement. We like the old way better because we could get high-end tickets later in the week. But man, what a crazy year we've had.
So crazy. So
the winner is the removal of the gacha pipes, over 40%, pretty substantial with the me suits. In second place,
again, button.
Button is really good.
It's not bad at all. Yeah, it's good.
Any surprise there, guys? With the Mies in second place and Spotlight Shop there in third, which technically is kind of similar related to that gacha pipes. All right, good. We got Intern 4 Award of 2022. This is a new category, just to make some fun, just poke some fun. But the mistake or glitch impacting the game the most, we had I think Sammy's biggest reaction was Gold Petey being the wrong size. They made him a small hitbox, which was a big deal. Dr. Bowser was in the same camp, so we added them. The shrumping multiplayer glitch, we all know that was pretty insane. What was an early in the year big issue before everything hit the fan was fixed DS. I know I was pretty heavy into that, but in retrospect, it was not as big of a deal as any of these items, in my opinion. No multiplayer battles during the battle tour. So we had a battle tour. They introduced this brand new mode, and we couldn't play against our friends, which was very, very depressing. And then finally, giving Record Setter Glider 2 level 8 unlocks, pretty randomly or accidentally. What are your thoughts here, guys?
I think that's pretty obvious. They're shrooming. Like everything else got either fixed or doesn't, or like we just forgot it. Like I totally forgot that the high ticket rate changed. Therefore, we can now use quick tickets. Actually, we could before, but no, we get more quick tickets, so we can actually use them pretty much daily. And actually, I get a lot of time tickets at the moment. So definitely the shrooming.
I think the biggest screw up was the no multiplayer battles during Battle Tour. Like you do this big, campaign, hey, we're going Battle Tour, and then Battle Tour comes out and then it doesn't work properly and you can't even do it in multiplayer. I mean, it was just a massive mistake from them. The shrimping is, they handled it wrong. Basically, like they came out and said, we're gonna fix it, but we're gonna fix it in the middle of the tour. So people were kind of like waiting and seeing to see if they were gonna get banned or not. Like, but so they should have at least they should have at least left it till the end of the tour so everyone could use it. No. Who was going for ACR or whatever. So that one will probably win.
Yeah. Well, I will say they actually did another little fixed DS. They actually changed the rate of high ends in I think token pools. So they actually nerfed the rates of getting high end tickets in those.
They're really messing with us right about now, and it might be time for another movements. But I feel a little more sympathetic about the multiplayer battle thing. To me, that's I don't know what it's like to be a dev. I think a lot of people in the Discords, they spout off left and right as if they knew what is involved in designing a game. But sometimes there are unforeseen issues. And there were unforeseen issues. They fixed it pretty quick. It took the tour. But again, we said, rather than fix something in the middle of the tour, take your time, get it right. I kind of give them a pass on that. It is unfortunate that it happened in the battle tour, but I give them a pass on that. To me, it's like, I know the gold P thing doesn't seem like a big deal, but that's the biggest oof to me because it's so simple. It's such a simple thing. And to me, Intern 4, what he's all about is just forgetting the most obvious little tiny details. And the thing is, there's like 10 more things we could have put in this category, like little things that happen all the time. Yeah. But yeah, shrooming definitely got the most attention. So we'll see. Let's
Yeah, this was a suggestion from the Stud fan, which I thought was a really fun category here. All right, so the winner is No multiplayer battles during Battle Tour. It was neck and neck with the shrooming. Yeah, about 42 or 42.5% compared to 40.
I don't feel like that it really impacted the game. I mean, of course we couldn't play it, but the game was the same. But yeah, it was probably the most weird issue or mistake that they have done actually with
also
that
especially
kind of introduction.
Considering they could have done like a beta mode. Remember in multiplayer they did beta and they let us test it. They didn't do that with Battle, and they could have easily done a Gold Pass beta test on Battle. So maybe they should have done that.
It's interesting. The fixed DS was actually larger than Gold PD, or fixing the record setter, which I thought was I was expecting. I was like,
the thing is, they fixed Gold PD like pretty quickly.
That's true.
Yeah,
they fixed it in the next tour, so it wasn't like a lingering issue for.
Yeah, thanks to me messaging them every day.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm working out here, man.
Good guys. All right, we got two more questions left. Number 29, best supporting actor of 2022. The resource or tool you rely on the most. I will say, people on Reddit let me know about some tools I had no idea even existed. So I'll have to play around with some and let you guys know about it. But I just kind of put all the trackers in this category. So Bamagerb's Wreck Block, Antilev, one that's called Spinach Pants. I think that's the person who made it. MKT Ben has his fork tracker, but anything that's tracking inventory, I know there's different flavors, but ultimately that is one category. We have the ticket optimizer from a Turtle Dude. We have ticket time from Matt Aldridge and Flo. MKT toolbox from Sam78IT, the data miner. Coverage optimizer from a Turtle Dude. This is what's featured on the rundown to talk about some great pairings. The ranked calculator from Friends Fans. I see Sammy D use that quite frequently on his grind. The ACR spreadsheet from DKR.exe. You see this probably most notably with Carlos and anyone who is doing the All Cup ranking for the fans. MKT sheets from Larry98. This is my personal choice. Larry98 is basically has taken everything that Tabor was doing and then injected it full of Larry's steroids and making it so much better. And then of course top 10 algorithm from Antilev. Huge part of the rundown. Absolutely love what Antilev's done with it, and I'm obviously a true believer, as you've noticed from my Shield Speedster investment. But guys, best supporting actor of 2022. What research tool do you think the community relies on the most?
I should probably recuse myself from answering this question. But actually, probably it's probably DKR sheet, to be honest. Like everybody, I use it even when I'm not going for ACR.
Do you think the casuals though would vote that way too, or do you think or everyone's using it?
I just use the ACR spreadsheet as well. I know the Bam shots, of course, but I don't use it. I have Antilev for that.
Yeah, I do it for you.
I don't know the other. I don't know any of the others. So ACR spreadsheet is all the way to go. That's actually pretty much everything you need plus Antilev.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to have Antilev just do these other ones for me, and he can let you know. But I mean, this is one where it really shouldn't be a competition. This is more about just celebrating all the crazy
100%
minds in the community and the tools that we've got. You can use any combination of them. A lot of people use certain ones, and not really competition. I go with the trackers and DKR ACR sheet for sure as the kind of just like the stalwarts for like these are the fundamentals for what you need if you want to really step up your game.
Yeah, I think if you don't know what half these are, you should. To your point, Sammy D, I think these are all tools that are out there in the community to help you. If you aren't using any of them, and you're just kind of just playing the game for fun, I get it. I completely understand. But if you are really taking this game even quasi seriously, you should know what a lot of these resources are. They will help you, and honestly, they'll probably make your life easier. So, without further ado, the study for Best Supporting Actor of 2022, even though all of these should win an award, is the inventory trackers, over 25%, with the toolbox from 78IT at around 20%, and then DKR, right actually below Antilev's top 10 algorithm, which is actually third on this list, and then the spreadsheets from Larry98. What are you guys' thoughts here?
Yeah, again, it's just a matter of like getting the word out there. There's so many channels, there's so many Discords at this point. It's kind of, we have a community, but it's also very spread out in a lot of different little sub communities. So, through videos like this and checking out all these other creators, there's a lot of cool tools out there to check out.
I want to give a shout out to Turtle Dude's two things: his ticket optimizer and his coverage optimizer. They're both really, really good tools. I guess a lot of people don't know about them. I'm looking at the results of this poll, but I mean, I used a little bit too late the ticket optimizer for my last ACR run. Helped me a lot, increasing my ACR estimate by like 50K, which is a lot when you're talking about trying to get into the top 10. And I know Studfit you use his coverage optimizer for the rundown. So I think people should definitely check his stuff out. It's really good.
Yeah, great point there. All right, our last category here, best community moment of 2022. I do want to just take a time out and to say that there were so many great moments in the community, and I took nominations from the Stud fam. I took recommendations and nominations from as many people as I could. I'd love to have all the community events in here. However, I took all of the nominations that were there. So there were some nominations of this person pulled this one free thing this one time, or this person did this, and I couldn't include everything, but also there was kind of a standard that I wanted to make sure it was these are some really unique moments in the community, and like just pulling something or not pulling something can be really tough. But let's get into it. Studfit obviously losing his bet and dressing as Knight Luigi. Still feel really good about the Shield Speedster, but it was quite fun dressing up as a knight. Content creators hitting subscriber milestones. This is a huge one for so many content creators. Some that aren't even mentioned here, but there's so many. It seems to keep growing every single day. There's a lot. There's probably like 100 that haven't even hit 1,000 subscribers yet. That are on their way. But Draco655 hit 1,000. Frenzy Fans hit 1,000. I hit 2,000. Sammy hit 6,000. Carlos hit 10,000, and Shy Guy Cart hit 5,000. I added that as well, but it's not on the spreadsheet. I'm sorry about that. Big one there. Nintenja gifting hundreds of memberships all across all YouTube channels. Yes. Specifically, he's been berating Carlos and got him absolutely white boy wasted on stream about a month ago.
I don't know what you mean. I don't remember that one.
There's a lot you don't remember from that.
We know.
That's fake news.
But honestly, Nintendo's done a lot for my community, gifting so many people. I know same as Sammy, but in Carlos, we absolutely love Nintendo, and I'm so glad he put this on the list. He's done a phenomenal, awesome job. Watching the creators pull on bottomless King Mario pipe. This was something, no matter what size your channel was, we all went for it, and some of us ended up more lucky than others. And then finally, a surprising moment, Sammy D had his DLC soundtrack reactions, and it hit the community, not just in Mario Kart Tour, but really the Mario 8 community, and probably people even outside of that. Hit tens of thousands of viewers. I think like 50,000 or something like that. Sammy, your first video, absolutely insane, which I think is a big milestone for us little niche little communities here. I just think some of these moments were just at a different level, and so I appreciate, again, so many different moments. Sorry I couldn't list them all, but these were some kind of next level moments. What are you guys' thoughts here as we reminisce on the
I go for the second one because that's for everyone of us. The milestones.
Yeah, let's go for the milestones. I was going to say, let's hope Nintendo's not in this premiere chat right now.
You didn't even put me getting like 100 subs on there. Come on.
Well, I mean, not to embarrass Antilev, but I actually wrote in my own vote of Antilev joining the rundown. I thought that was like...
Well, technically, that was last year.
That was so clutch. Antilev just like permanent new host. And then just everyone can rely on that, and then the algorithm with it. That was awesome. Totally goated.
This year?
No, it was actually it was definitely last year. But there was definitely a baton that was very smoothly handed off.
Tabor retired from doing the top 10 somewhere, I think, early this year. But I think I started doing the videos already last year. Yeah.
No.
For me, it's got to be the Nintendo. The stream. That was so good. I didn't even see the end of it. I had to go back and watch the rest of it later. I just felt like the last 2 hours. You
can watch it later.
And those were the sloppiest 2 hours too.
Just to add, as funny as it is to watch that happen to Carlos, just to be real here for a second and say, like, patrons such as Nintendo who keep the communities and the content creators going. I mean, just absolutely crazy. You know, some people are in a position where they can just have these memberships and just give these donations, and it's just it keeps us doing what we're doing. It is so kind and generous, and it's awesome. I mean, he's just like the most goated viewer of or member of the year to me in the community. So cool.
No, you said it perfectly, man. We
Absolutely.
couldn't do it for people if it wasn't for people like Nintendo and my super studs and everyone's memberships. Honestly, the members keep this thing alive. So we have to send a huge thank you to you guys. All right, as for the results, though, the people have spoken. Watching creators pull on the bottomless King Mario pipe.
Oh, really?
Over 35%. Yes, but content creators hitting their milestones was second there, regardless of the percentage. So huge shout out to Draco655 and Frenzy Fans and Shy Guy Card and all the other creators who are currently hitting milestones, will hit milestones, or have this past year. What an awesome experience there. I do want to throw in 2 surprise awards. Obviously, as being the committee or being the actual board member who's the committee, I guess, who planned all this. I do have to send out a personal thank you for the Lifetime Achievement Award. Last year, Tabor won this award for being data guru and co-host. I honestly could not do this without Larry98. Larry98's graciously stepped in to take over the work from Tabor and has completely revamped it. A complete variety of features. The rundown would not be possible had it not been for Larry98. So we absolutely love Larry98. And also a little plug, he will be on Kart Talk later this week. So excited to have Larry. This is his special tour, and so I had to give him that Lifetime Award.
Epic Lego collection as well.
Epic. And his hoodie.
I love his hoodie.
And good.
Wonder where I got this from.
I wonder.
And then one final award. I just want to put something out there just that's really positive. So I want to put together an inspiration award. This award goes to Adam82. Adam is a member of our stud fam and joined actually episode 36 of Kart Talk. Adam82 was actually in an accident, was paralyzed from the neck down, but has found a way to play Mario Kart Tour, including drifting with his tongue. That's right, he literally plays Mario Kart Tour with his mouth. His mouth gets tired and he has to take breaks. Crazy. It's absolutely insane. So I just have to send him a huge shout out because I think this community needs people, like we all love this game, but somebody who is not able to play the game the same way we do goes to extra lengths to be able to enjoy the same game that we take for granted every single day. So I just want to make a special positive inspiration award for Adam82. So thank you very much, Adam, for being a part of our community, and so excited to see you continue your journey. All right, there we go, guys. We're all done. What was your thoughts on the award ceremony? Anything stick out? I know, Sammy, I would say your predictions may not have happened quite like you expected.
Well, I called the big 3: Meowser, Yellow Off-Roader, and It's Wonderful Wings.
That's easy.
Easy, yeah.
Okay.
I will say it does seem like the Bangkok and the Thai Daisy. There was
that was
there was a lot of hype for that.
Yeah, that was surprising in Bangkok for me. So. No, it was good. It was promoted, actually. It was not as clear as last year in some categories. I still don't understand the Black Birdo thing, but okay. That's done.
It was our first
yeah. Again, we just had so little. We had so little to choose from last year that, well, it's the best meta driver, so there you go. But this year is just complete night and day. And I don't know how they're going to do another year that comes anywhere close to this. Between the changes to the actual game, or amount of tracks, or huge drivers and karts and fan favorite gliders. See if now level 9 comes or not. I have a feeling it's not actually going to come.
If you say it, it's going to come. So
that's what we said about level 8. It worked out fine, but yeah, we'll see, man. It's like an interesting time in the game right now. The pipes are going away, so I really hope we have another really strong year, because this might go down as the best year of MKT, but hopefully there's a lot more to come.
I hope when we're doing this next year, we have less tracks and more new drivers.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And no level 9.
Yeah. Any other predictions or anything that surprised you?
Or a Gwent cap.
Oh my goodness!
Stop saying
Stop putting things in the universe. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. If you enjoyed this video, please definitely like the video. It does help us get this video in front of more people. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Carlos85. Subscribe to Cart Life. Subscribe to Draco655, Matt Allridge, Frenzy Fans. Anyone in the community, there's so many awesome creators.
Don't subscribe to me. Don't
subscribe to Antilev.
Antilev has a channel that he does little late night.
I don't have a channel.
I put the link in my chat as a
I've had to delete some videos because they were like not suitable for children. But
yeah, well, thank you guys. I appreciate it. No, seriously, thank you, Carlos. Thank you, Sammy D. Thank you, Antilev, for joining us. This is always a lot of fun.
Thank you for putting it together, stuff. It's a lot of work.
Pretty cool.
It's the holidays. I know a lot of work goes into it. So thanks for doing this for the community, man.
So no, honestly, I'm tickled pink. This is an absolute pleasure just being able to be a part of this community and be able to put together resources like this. So honestly, it's the community that keeps me going. So I have to thank you guys. Thank you, viewers, for watching for this whole year and allowing all of us to be able to do something fun on the side that does bring in some little income. But honestly, we do it for the passion. We do it because people keep tuning in. So keep tuning in, keep supporting us in some way, and we'll keep bringing out content as long as we can. But thank you guys very much. And may the frenzy luck be with you in 2023. See you guys. Happy holidays.
Bye.
Don't get Mario Kart.